When I first started playing Helldivers 2, I had no idea what was going on. And that's probably because I've only played live service games like Call of Duty. That's actually pretty much the only live service game I've played. I've been only playing this stuff for like last year. I'm mostly a single player kind of guy, single player open world RPG kind of guy. That's kind of my thing. Anyways, so this video is specifically for people who don't have Helldivers 2, or you're looking to get it, or you've got it and you're kind of confused. So that's kind of what this video is for. Because I'm going to kind of explain some of the gameplay mechanics, things that I was confused about and how this works. It took me quite a while to figure it out. And I'm only level 10, so I still haven't played a ton of time. So here I am on the ship. Now, once you get into the game for the first time, you got, some training and whatnot. What you got here, so this ship, this is basically going to be your menu hub, is this ship portion. And then there's just this area, and there's just this area right here. So unlike in Call of Duty, you'll have like a menu that's just a bunch of like all the different missions and stuff. There is no single player campaign here. There are no alternate modes. There's just the Galactic War.
Of the galaxy's liberation.
So I'm going to zoom out here
The galaxy are
all the way.
every inch of territory.
So you've got Super Earth, which is where you're going to start off at, typically, and then you're fighting against the automatons, and then you're fighting against the termites. And what you've got here is, so if you see here, the 100% liberated on all the non-colored ones. Basically, so in Call of Duty, right? Every single mission you play is irrelevant, essentially, right? You go into a game and you play around or so. It's a bit of fun. That's it. Here, you are actually contributing to a war effort. Like, that's what you're doing. That's actually what you're doing. You're actually contributing to the war effort. So right here, last time I was on last night, and this was at 12% liberated. Now it's at 53%. There's a guy, like a developer on the team, who, like, he's a game master, and so he will decide, like, when any of these recently, this space right here was controlled by the termites, and so was this space, and I think maybe this space as well. So all of that has been liberated. Some of these sectors have been liberated as well. I think this one might have been controlled by the automatons. I think that was. Wait, hold on. Is it? No. Last time I checked, yeah, because this is Malevelon Creek. That's the famous Malevelon Creek. The Helldivers Vietnam. So one thing you can do, so you can, at the bottom here, you can hit L1 because I'm using PlayStation. You can try your different levels there. Typically by myself, I'll play medium level. If I'm with like 2 other friends, I'll play on challenging. I have not played hard yet, so I can't play any of these other difficulties. So I'll typically stick at medium because I kind of suck at playing games. So I typically will do that.
Take command of the galaxy's liberation.
So before we actually, I believe the major order, if you look at that, is Estanu, Hellmeyer, Crimson. The major order is, I believe, for automatons. If we look over here, Hellmeyer, Crimzina. No, that is 40 Prime. That is still over here. Okay. So Estanu is one of the Crimsinia, and then 40 Prime is fully liberated. So these planets and
free our galaxy from the
Hellmeyer are all part of the ones.
Alike.
So I'm gonna move to this planet here. And I'm just going to select this right here, just so that I'm traveling to the planet.
The Astanu system.
So, because you have to actually jump to the playup, and then I'm gonna show you guys a few other things before we actually get into playing a game, and so I can show you some of the things about that.
FTL jump successful.
So it looks like we're probably defending it.
Mission coordinates
When you look
locked.
at the window here, all of those ships are players that are playing the game at this very moment. Oh, somebody just went down. You just see, yeah, you're seeing stratagems being used. Like that's what that is. That's actually other player ships. That's what that stuff is. This stuff is like all happening in real time. That's the kind of thing that this is. That's the kind of game this is. Okay, so let's take a look here at the weapons. So when you start off, you will only have the Liberator in primary, and was it Peacemaker in secondary. Those are the only guns you have, and you might have like a I think it's the high explosive or the frag. Now the way you get stuff is at the top. You see hit square right here, war bonds. Now this is kind of like a battle pass, but it's not, because this war bond is free, and these premium war bonds are you can buy them, or you can earn super credits, and the super credit you can earn super credits by playing the game, and you can buy the premium war bonds by playing the game. Okay, yeah. So I bought this one, and so that's so the way you so right here, this is how you get your weapons and your armor, customizable. Hell pod space. These are boosters that you'll use. Super credits, and the only way to get these is by getting the medals. If you see in the top right hand corner, you see medals. Right, I've got 5 unused medals, and by using medals, that's how you get this stuff. So you have to play the game. And there's no boosters, there's no skips or anything like that. You can't like buy medals or anything like that. So that's the only way to get these things is by playing the game. And then you've got a super store where you can spend, and then you can actually buy super credits if you'd like. So that is the only way how to do this. Now in Call of Duty, there's like other ways. Like you have like a whole pantheon of weapons and whatnot. But that's how you get these. That's how you get all of this stuff. You're not going to see all of that until you unlock it in the acquisitions. Booster and career. And then over here, what we've got is ship management, and that's where you buy stratagems. Now, stratagems are things that you call in when you're playing the game. You can get support weapons. You can get aerial support. You've got turrets in sentries and such, and then also like guard dogs. So like you have different backpack types. So you've got a few different types of things you can bring in, and you buy those using the yellow currency there. The blue one is super credits, and then you also have samples, which are the green ones, super samples, which are the orange ones. I don't remember what the pink ones are. But ship modules are bought using samples, and you get samples, like the samples are collected throughout each of your missions. So you collect samples as you play games, and you have to actually collect the samples. And when you collect a sample, if you die, you lose the sample. So those, like, that's why like 12, like I had like 70 something or something like that. I only bought one thing on this. So like samples can be kind of rare. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of show you guys how a single game works.
Aborted.
So what I'm going to do is, I think right here.
Allied destroyer coordinates received.
Okay, yeah, so that's not usually super helpful. So I'm just gonna hit quick play, and it's gonna catch me when you can use the SOS stratagem, and it puts you in there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and join. So I'm gonna ready up. I'm gonna
Engaging orbital thrusters.
I'm gonna select you. I'm gonna add the guard dog and the anti-material rifle, and then I'm going to do a personal minefield, and then I'm gonna launch down. Now I will say, friendly fire is turned on. That is something you got to be aware of, and what you have a number of only a certain number of spawns. So you don't want to kill your people, because we only have 20, as you can see up there in the corner. That's 20 respawns.
Does anyone have a mod?
That's 20 respawns what we got. So you got to be careful of the number of, like, you don't want to kill. I should. So that's how you do. So you use the D-pad. You go down, left, right, up, down, and that's the stratagem. So I'm pressing L1 to bring up that stratagem thing, and then I can get the guard dog, which gets unlocked at level 10, and the anti-material rifle. I believe that gets unlocked at level 5. And I could buy those, and then... Oh, thanks, man. Okay, just got attacked. I'm gonna reinforce. So that takes out one of the reinforcements. And technically, you do not respawn. You actually technically have a different player, and then that's pretty much it. You kind of just. Oh wait, that's. Oh wait, did I? Okay, I think I'm using the right one. And then you just kind of, if anything, just kind of play the game. Oh yeah, that's. Thank you. You got different types of enemies and whatnot. I think the rest of the stuff is gets to be pretty explanatory. Oh, sink me. Oh, and you can't just reload whenever, because you lose. You have a certain number of mags, not a certain number of bullets. That's kind of how that works. You want to take out these red spots. The more of those, if you wipe out all the red spots, you get more of like a full star rating on that.
Oh.
So you want to take out as much as you possibly can. Instead of just doing, because you get minimal amounts of like XP and super credits and whatnot if you don't take stuff out. By the way I'm switching between my support weapon and my regular weapons is I hold down triangle. Otherwise you just press it. Switch to whatever. And then I press down. The way I'm switching between these two views is I'm pressing down the right stick. And then here you can see all the different achievements you get. And we didn't quite get 3 stars. Oh well. Honorable duty. And if we play the second, so in each zone there are 2. In each zone there are 2 missions. On the first mission you get a certain number of medals per mission, and on the second one, in that zone, you get double the medals. So this one for medium we get 2 medals, and on the second one we'll get 4 medals.
Liberty is victorious.
And then you can see stats. I got the most number of kills. I used the most number of stratagems. I also had the most number of friendly fire.
The super destroyer is ready for your
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed.
And I'm gonna go back to my own ship. Yes, that's Blade of Freedom. Unfreeze. And so I think that's pretty much everything else to explain. If you get the premium version of this game, you can play Stratagem Hero on your ship. Other people can play it on your ship too. But I think that's pretty much everything. All the gameplay mechanics for Helldivers 2.
I hope this video was helpful for you, for people who haven't played Helldivers 2, who are looking to get it, who kind of want to know like what is this all about. It is quite a different type of game. There's a lot of really different things about Helldivers 2 that really kind of sets it apart from things like Call of Duty or other things. It's not very menu based. It's a lot more gameplay based. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one.